It's 1997. A child is born. Somewhere. The kid grows up a bit. He's about 4 or 5 now, and his parents get the family a GameCube with some controllers and a copy of Rugrats' Royal Ransom. He couldn't pronounce his R's back then either. A couple of snowball fights later, and he was hooked. It seemed like nothing but good games from then on. The GameCube eventually turned into a Wii. PS2 became PS3, all kinds of Game Boys and PSPs. To that kid, it didn't feel like it was hard to come across fun games. They stood out, but the forest slowly thickened with all kinds of games releasing all the time. This kid's all grown up now, if you want to call it that, and the forest has never been thicker. The good games still stand out, but it doesn't feel like he likes them all that much. For a little while, he wasn't sure if he liked games at all anymore. Good games aren't extinct. They still release every year, just like Apple Watches. The amount of games that get made have increased. Many of them may be no good, but I don't think that's the reason our enthusiasm has waned to such an extent. Part of it, in my case, was due to me only playing competitive games. I'll give you 3 guesses which game I'm talking about. No story games or anything, just online PvP. If you've been around the channel for a bit, you might have seen I have a few videos about movies and anime. I like stories. I know, not exactly a unique trait. When I moved on to playing other games again, I realized real quick that I still have a blast playing video games. So pigeonholing myself was part of the problem. But only part of it. Another part that's not so easily fixed is the simplicity of just playing a game. I mean really playing it. Not worrying about how much free time you have left to play, or if you're playing for too long, but getting lost in another world. As corny as it sounds, just having fun. You don't have to clear every room in The Binding of Isaac if you don't want to. You don't have to beat the story if you don't want to. You don't even have to play the game if you don't want to. I like to think most of us are just here to have some fun. So do fun stuff. You don't have to beat the story for Red Dead 2. You probably had it spoiled for you anyways. You can spend all your time hunting, if that's your thing. Ride around on boats and rob people on the water. Whatever you feel like doing. When you're done, you can hang it up and move on to the next game. You might think you have to do something because the game tells you to, but you don't. Super Monkey Ball isn't just fun because you get to jam down a slide and run through some levels. It's also fun because you can hit a huge jump and skip to the end of the level while going faster than any monkey ever should. There's more than one way to skin a chicken, so skin it your way. And use a big knife.